Hey everyone, today I am sharing my August favorites, and I do have a couple of fails this month, so I'm going to share that with you first and get those done and over with so I can just give them a new home and or return them. So the first one I'm going to start with is the Rimmel Show Off Lip Lacquer. I do like the lip lacquers. I don't like this color for me. I just feel like it's way too pale and doesn't brighten up my face. It looks kind of odd on me. So this shade right here is called Luna, and it's number 500, and it's kind of like this peachy, I don't know, more of like a light peachy orange, but it pulls a lot of orange on my lips, and it's kind of like a very pale orange on my lips. So it looks very, very odd on me. So I'm definitely gonna have to pass this one on. The other fail for me this month is the Giorgio Armani Master Corrector. I know so many of you love it, but it's either the color or I don't know, maybe it's just the product that does not work for me. I purchased the shade number 1 because according to the website and according to what I needed, this was the shade that I was supposed to go with, and it just doesn't do anything for me. I put it on and I've tried different ways. I've used my finger, I've used a brush, I've put it in different areas of my eyes and my under eye area, and it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't correct anything. I feel like this is a $30-something product. For me, that just is doing absolutely nothing. So this one is definitely going to be returned. Now we'll jump into some favorites, and the first one is the brush guards. I love these. I love the way that they shape my brushes once I'm done cleaning them. I take them off once my brushes are dry, and the brushes just have their beautiful original state of shape, if you will. And I don't know, for so long they were either not in my Walmart or out of stock because I could never ever find them. And then finally a couple of months ago, I saw them and there wasn't even that many in stock. I think there was about 4 of them. So I grabbed 2 or 3, I think, and then I went back last month and I purchased another pack. So I love these. These are so good for shaping your brushes. If you haven't gotten them yet, I would highly recommend them. You can also find them, I believe, on Amazon and or eBay. So love these. Next, we're moving on to eyes, and there are some palettes and a eyeshadow single that I just really fell in love with all over again. These are not going to be anything new to you guys, so I'm not trying to show you a new product. I'm just showing you what I rediscovered that I truly did fall in love with all over again. So the first one is the Comfort Zone from the Wet n Wild palette. I love this palette. I especially love the neutrals right here and the kind of like a taupey green color. So these 3 and this one I love. Now these shadows are very fragile, so unfortunately the darkest shade on this side broke on me, but I don't use it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. These 3 shades are nice as well. I just tend to gravitate towards these right here and this shade right here. So love that one. The next one is the Walking on Eggshells trio. This trio right here, if you are ever like in a rush or don't know what to use, this is a staple. This is a must-have. It's so easy to use. It's so crazy easy, and yet it's so beautiful. So these are the shades right there. Again, I'm not gonna talk too much about them or swatch them because I'm sure you're all familiar, but I should be hitting pan on this eyelid color soon because I see a good divot in there. The next eyeshadow is an e.l.f. single loose eyeshadow, and I am not a fan of loose eyeshadows whatsoever of any brand, but this color is so worth having. Next time you place an e.l.f. order, I would highly suggest that you pick this one up if you don't already have it. It's beautiful all over the lid with browns or plums, any of those kind of colors. I guess you can use anything in the crease, but I love this color. Even by itself with just a black liner, it's gorgeous. I don't know if you're gonna pick it up, but it's kind of like a peachy champagne kind of color. That's what it looks like swatched. Oh, it's just beautiful. Again, you can see some peach, but you can see kind of like that neutral champagne kind of color, and it's so pigmented, and it actually blends very well for being a loose shadow. So there it is right there. It's just beautiful. The next eyeshadow is the Laura Mercier Cream Shadow. This is actually called the Metallic Cream Eye Color if we want to be specific. This shade in particular is Alloy. I do have a few others of these and I really like them. I use them alone. I use eyeshadow on top of them and they're just so pretty. You don't need a whole lot of this. So I know it looks like a really small tube and it is, but you don't need a lot of it. This is what it looks like right there. That's Alloy. Moving on to lips, the new Urban Decay Revolutionary lipsticks. I can't tell you how much I love them. They are very opaque. And I personally love the color range. I feel like there's something for everyone. And I really like the packaging. And I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna put the disclaimer out there. I am a fan of Urban Decay anyway. I'm a huge fan of Urban Decay. And I have been. This was my first higher end brand when I first started diving into the whole beauty world, and through YouTube, this was the first brand that I started purchasing a lot of. A lot of people start off with MAC. I started with Urban Decay. So anyway, this shade in particular, this is the perfect Prissy color. It's one of those colors that you don't have to think about. So this one is Native, and it's a very neutral pink, and I just really like it. So there it is right there. And just a very neutral pink, and just perfect for everyday wear. I can tell you that I am buying more of these. I love them. Next, we're moving on to face items and a foundation that I don't think I talk about a whole lot, but it definitely deserves mentioning. In my part of Houston, Texas, it is crazy hot here. It gets really hot. Some days it's humid, some days it's not. Recently we've had really nice weather, but today the sun is out and bright and shining, which means it's probably going to be over 100 degrees. Anyway, this foundation, it has everything that I could ask for in a foundation. I love the coverage. It's more of a full coverage foundation. It has a semi-matte finish, so it's not overly dewy or luminous to where you're an oil slick midday, and it's not extremely matte. So I would say it's more of a semi-matte. Some people may argue with that. That's totally okay. And I love the fact that it doesn't break me out. So my skin, as I've gotten older, has become more sensitive and acne prone. I'm very particular about what I use and put on my face now. And this does it for me. So I love the finish, I love the coverage, and I love how long it wears. If I put it on early morning, by 8 o'clock at night, my foundation still looks perfect, no lie. And it's not new, so it's nothing new that I'm talking about. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This shade is in 3N1. It's a little bit too dark for me, but I can make it work. Just blend it really good into my neck. And I purchased mine at the CCO. Now, I have heard that the formulation has changed on these. I think like in the last year or so. I have no idea, but I don't know. It works for me, and I don't care if the formulation has changed as long as it keeps working for me. Now, it doesn't come with a pump top. This is purchased separately at MAC. So it comes with a cap, and basically it's a pourable foundation. So if you don't like that, you can always order online or go to the MAC counter and purchase the pump separately. I think it's only like $6 more or less. And then what I do is I just stand the pump up next to the bottle, and then I see how much I need to cut off, put it in there, and voila, we're good to go. So Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation is a definitely favorite for me, and it's been a favorite all summer. So love that. Another face product that I don't want to talk too much about, because I do have a review and comparison coming up this week. Actually, it'll be up in a few days, is the YSL powder, and this is the Radiance Enhancing Pressed Powder. So my shade is in the shade number 4, and that's pretty much all I want to say. Again, I don't want to talk too much about it. You'll hear more about it in the next video in a couple of days. So a couple more face products. The first one is a Tarte Blush in Blissful. Every time I wear this, it looks so pretty. It's the perfect kind of peachy coral. It's not too peach, it's not too coral, it's not too crazy. It's just really pretty. So this is Blissful right there. The next item is the Sephora Cream Blush, and this is my first cream blush from Sephora. I'm not the biggest fan of cream blushes, but when I do find one that I really like, I just can't get enough of it. So here is what the packaging looks like. You actually squeeze the sides and it pops open. And this one is a gorgeous kind of coral with a gold sheen. You know what I found out is that I love this color by itself. I like it with blushes on top, something like Blissful, but I really prefer it on its own just because it's beautiful all on its own. So I use this with a brush and applied it on my cheeks, and you get like a little bit of color. But what one of the girls said that I shop with, what she does is she says she just takes it straight onto her cheek like this, and I did that and then blended it out, and I love it. Now I have to warn you, it does have like a very high gold finish. It's not glittery, it's just shimmer. That's the color right there, and I did post a picture up on Instagram for this color, and it's just beautiful. I don't feel like this color is going to be for everyone, but I love it. So that's what it looks like right there. that is it for my beauty favorites. I do have one more favorite, but it's a non-beauty favorite. And this was actually a part of my anniversary gift from my husband. And so my husband finally got it for me and surprised me with it. And I'm so happy. It's just a spoiled little treat. So it is the iPad mini, and he has the regular bigger iPad for work. And so I've been wanting one of these, and I like the larger ones, but I really like this one because it's just like perfect. Like it fits in my hands perfectly. And I love watching my YouTube videos on there. I used to always use my phone, and so now that I have this, it's so much nicer because I can see everyone in a bigger picture, and it's just a spoiled little gift. I just love it. And then like reading my blogs, I love reading my blogs on there, which I need to catch up with. So really nice and fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed my favorites. Let me know what some of your favorites were for the month of August, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Bye.